Why do we only look at one side of the coin? Why don't we ever look at both sides of the coin and try to make a decision? Why do we blindly vote Democrat? Have you ever asked yourself that? Why? And Democrats have never done nothing for black people ever in the history of America. Zero. Other than giving them government entitlements. So let me just say this. The Democratic and the Liberal Party is our slave plantation because that's where we come from as slaves. And that's facts. So you got some people say, well, the party switched during Lyndon B. Johnson. No. The Democrats became very clever during Nixon's Southern strategy. It was called Nixon's Southern strategy, not LBJ. LBJ was the one that came along and said, I'm going to have these voting Democrat for the next 200 years. It's only been 50 years. So we got another 150 years before we change our voting pattern by way of L.B. Johnson, the Democratic president. And he called us, he said it. I'm going to have these voting Democrat for the next 200 years. That's why you vote Democrat. You're programmed to do it. That's why you get mad to try to think to do anything different. Because you're conditioned and you're programmed because you eat out of their hands. They gave your mama food stamp. They gave your grandmama Section 8. They gave you free lunch. You appreciate that free lunch, don't you? Poor black children, you at school, your mama didn't send you to school with no breakfast, did she? You didn't go to school with no sack lunch. Don't you appreciate that free lunch, black people? So keep voting Democrat with your miseducational school system.
Yeah, Trump recently went to a city. I'm not going to say the name, but Trump recently went to a city and got the word out around town to saying he wanted to take a picture with influencers or rappers, but they had to have jewelry on.
What city he did that in? Atlanta?
It was in Detroit.
Why you didn't want to say Detroit?
I didn't want to put no rapper name out there, but it was just like Trump was looking for a certain image to take a picture with.
Real niggas. How you wrong for looking for the real niggas? Especially in politics. You got to keep in mind, Trump is not a politician. So he's going to do things that's unorthodox. He's a businessman. He's not a politician. All of them are politicians. He's the only one that's not a politician. So why wouldn't he go with the real when he been with the real niggas? You want me to give you a lineup? Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, Tony Yayo, Lil Jon, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Lou Alcindor. I can go on and on. Rosa Parks. This man been taking pictures with all these prominent people forever. Michael Jackson, Shabba Ranks. Nigga, I got a picture of Trump and Shabba Ranks. So what's wrong with going to the town looking out for all the real they got the jewelry on and thing, man, so we can stand? Because Trump is a player, man. Why me and the players can't get together, nigga, and style and profile? And yeah. So what's wrong with that? Because it's no different than Kamala showing up with a white husband with Megan Thee Stallion shaking that motherfucking funky pussy on stage because Moneybagg Yo said that motherfucker got a stench to it. Moneybagg Yo said that pussy got a stench to it. And she up there dangling them thighs and clapping them ass cake with that stench on their cocks. There's no difference. Then Kamala going to get Quavo and got Quavo talking about gun violence and all he talk about is guns in his music. Now we want to talk, now we against gun violence? What do he call that Draco with them two titties? That song he got, Bad and Bougie?
Yeah.
Come on, nigga, that's all them niggas talk about. But we only do this during the presidential election time, though, and we won't see these people no more. We should feel stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm asking all young black people not to vote. I'm not voting for the president, Sean. I will not cast a vote for neither Donald Trump nor Kamala Harris this presidential election. Because I know my vote don't count. So I'm going to vote in every part of the election except the president. I'm going to leave that blank. So I'm going to let my electoral college member do their job.
But you used to endorse Donald Trump real heavy, though.
Yeah, I did. But I'm hanging out this year.